Hello everyone and welcome back to Amnesia Rebirth. From where we last left off, we were just about to see what this contraption was about. Oh my dear, my notebook, I forgot to set it up. Hold on guys, I'll just be a moment. Righto. So, we were just about to find out what this contraption was about. And fortunately for us, the notes are in a very easy to find place. Right off the bat, we have a very nice area design. It gives me the Dark Descent vibes. This music gives me the Dark Descent vibes, but alongside that, we're also getting like visual Dark Descent designs with the old decayed wood, old broken stone, the eerie blue lights representing Alexander's style. Alexander had seemed to have a strange obsession with like old dreary blues and whatnot. To be honest, it's not just Alexander himself, but his species, his dimension, his homeland, whatever you'd like to call it, had a strange fixation on old dreary blues. In fact, that is why we are getting, or at least that is why I am getting, such strong The Dark Descent vibes from this, because this is technically from The Dark Descent itself. As if The Dark Descent has come back to us.
Too many dark corners. I'll try to hold on, but this will be difficult, little one.
100% Ozzy. I will also add that has reminded me, I am not entirely sure what Tozzy's fear of the darkness is. Now, with Daniel there was a reason for his fear of the darkness. There is a name for the phobia, but I don't remember what it is. But with Daniel, part of the abuse that his father enacted upon him was that he would be thrown into the basement with the lights off. Now, being thrown into the basement is bad enough for us people in the modern era, but this is early 1800s we're talking about. Basements in the early 1800s would have been cold, stony, who knows what would be in them, with candlelight being your only option for light, and he didn't even have that. And his father would lock him down there for goodness knows how long. And this happening countless times gave him a strong fear of the darkness. With Tozzy, she's very afraid of the dark, but I'm not entirely sure as to why. Perhaps it's to do with the condition she has that the doctor keeps alluding to, or perhaps it is just a standard fear of the dark. But either way, she seems to take it more intensely than the average individual does. Don't get me wrong, I hate being in the dark, but with Tozzy, she proper freaks out. But enough yabbering, let's start reading some notes here. Observations, Leyden jaw, in quotations, or not quotations, but those thingies that I don't know the name of. Like, Leyden jaw like vessel resembling those in place in device in portal chamber, but spent, broken. Relic age unknown, manufacturing quality high, as if welded or cast using advanced modern industrial methods. Spiral symbol on Leyden jaw bank, also found on door near camp, leading to maze, grid chambers below. Devices powered by electrical fluid, or some means of gathering electric fluid. This sign may be important, perhaps it is a marking of, perhaps the Queen's symbol? Or maybe just a symbol of her people? Hold up a second, I'm stretching my neck upwards like a giraffe trying to eat tree leaves, when I should just move my mic downward. Much better. Although I don't know if the audio is different. The audio is probably different. If I sound worse, I'm very sorry. I've ruined everything just because I didn't want to break my neck while recording. 22nd of May, 1839. That, oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. We know who this is. I'm so excited. That thing is after me. It has been hunting me for days, but I keep out of its trail. So I will persevere. I can see a settlement. Oh dear me. I can see a settlement at the edge of the desert. I'm getting closer. I can see it, but it is not me. It is Abdullah. Through his eyes I see, his mind I hear, confined to myself. I see only death dressed in the orb's darkest shadow. Well, I thought this was Daniel, but it doesn't... I don't think it is. Daniel referred to the shadow as that thing before. But I don't think this is Daniel. First of all, the writing's different. Daniel has way more fancy writing than this. I can barely read Daniel's writing because it's so... like, it's... oh goodness, there's a name for it. It's, connective writing or something like that. This is somebody else. Perhaps Herbert. To Alexander von Brennenberg. We were right. Zersura is real. Zersura is real. I took an orb from the shrine in the salt mines, but the shadow pursues and I am trapped. I will attempt the crossing. It is my only way out. Record my name. Tell all. It was Herbert who gave us new worlds to explore. So yes, this... I was right. This is Herbert's writing. And this is Herbert who wrote these. I'm so happy I figured that out from the writing. His writing does seem to be the same as the writing we saw in Justine from Herbert's letter. So I'm glad they kept that correct in continuity. Though it's also possible I'm remembering it wrong. Interesting that he wrote to Alexander. Oh my goodness! Alexander is the friend that couldn't come along. Alexander is the friend that told Herbert about these areas. Am I wrong? I don't think I'm wrong. I think I'm right, as a matter of fact. I love it.
Oh, little one. How did we get to this, huh? And how did you grow so fast? I hope you're alright.
Great questions.
It's the town again, little one. See? It's another gateway, I think. A portal. Like in that laboratory, but... big enough for us. Look! Little one. I think this is a way out of here. I know it's crazy, but... can we get it working?
There seems to be a compartment here, but I don't know how to open it. Perhaps if we keep pressing it? No, that's not achieving anything for anyone.
No. There's definitely something wrong here.
Well, yeah, I know, Tazu, but how do you open this? There's definitely a compartment here. Looks like a door. Nothing in there I can use. Whoa, what's going on here? Whoa. I hate it when it does that. It always freaks me out. Oh no, my stupid is showing again. Ah, I get it, I get it. See those things on the ceiling there? We have to realign them so that they're all facing the center. I will say as well, while I do this, Tazi's involvement in the story is nowhere near to the degree that Oswald or Daniel's was, and I feel like that takes away from the game quite a bit. Both Daniel and Oswald, it was their own doing that caused the entire story to unfold, Tazi's just kind of here and suffering all of this. And that's not necessarily a bad setup for a horror game or anything like that. It's just... I don't know, it feels like this game is missing something, and I'll definitely have to do more thinking on it. But I feel like her lack of involvement in the story... there are many times where, in a horror game, the character being just kind of there and surviving in the midst of it all can work, but I feel like it's much harder to get that working than it is to have the horror character, main character, have a reason for all of it. Like, I mean, not to say she doesn't have a reason. She does. She's got to get her baby out. I don't know, this is definitely something I'll need to think on more. There's something here to talk about, I'm just not articulating it very well, and I can't exactly figure out what it is. But there's something there about Tazi and her lack of involvement. Also, this is driving me insane. I guess we have to leave? Got some nice statues here. These look... Forgive me if I'm wrong, and I'm probably wrong, but they kind of look Roman. As a matter of fact, what is such a human-looking... These are definitely... like, these remind me of, marble pillars, which I'm pretty sure are something Greeks often used. And this area is so very human. Feels out of place. And I'm also driving... I'm going back to check before I continue. And while I do that, once again, I'll also add that Tazi in general is just a less interesting character than Daniel and Oswald. I mean, I like Tazi a lot, but I just like Tazi, but I loved Daniel and Oswald, and that's definitely something I'm going to be thinking on more as well. Anyways, as for moving forward, I think I'm going to go up here first. When I look on the notes, the Chamber of Pillars is the next area.
Damn it.
So that's where I'll go, and I think... I'm not entirely sure, but I think it's around here. Oh, the game's gone dead quiet all of a sudden. I hate it when horror games do that. It means something bad's about to happen. Usually, anyways. I kinda wish it told you the name of the area you're going to go into. Well, I suppose it couldn't hurt to go through here. Just see what's up, you know?
Oh, my heart.
I still wonder what Elise was stricken with, but in the end it doesn't really matter. The fact that she died and got an illness and died in the first place is a huge travesty. It definitely tore their lives apart. And it was ultimately what led to Tazi being in this situation. Also, I like the addition of the dark smoke-like stuff. There's a proper name for it, like the dark smoke-like... It's not material, but there's a gaseous substance. I don't know, the dark smoky stuff coming from her, it's a great addition. It shows that something's wrong about it. Heck, I wonder if she died in that moment, like if they found her dead there. Waking up to check on your daughter and finding her dead, I couldn't imagine what that would be like. Nor do I want to imagine what that would be like. It's heartbreaking. Right, our next thing should be a note on a shelf in the dark. I think I know what I'm talking about. It's been a long time since I wrote those notes, but I do think I know what I'm talking about. What an incredible looking area. Diagram on wall, map, ley lines, star chart, position on radio spectrum akin to wavelength, must test, complete paths. Perhaps another note by Herbert. I believe the writing's the same. Doctor?
Yasmin? Yes! Yes, hello, I'm here. I'm trapped, I'm in a tomb.
Rest. You need to take care. I told you.
Doctor? Damn. But I suppose at least they can't be far. Although they might as well be on the moon. Unless we can get out of here.
It is fascinating how there is a connection to the real world. Well, this implies that this world is fake to, like, our world. It's fascinating that it can connect to there from here. Perhaps it's because this place is the most, like, combined with the normal world? It's fascinating stuff. Looks like more shadow gunk around here as well. Doesn't exactly scream safe. And I can already tell there's a big problem here. This one can't be turned because of said shadow gunk. Another broken down tent. I wonder, it must have been Herbert that set these tents up, no? I wonder when he got here and how long he was in this place for. We all know where he ended up. Oh yes, this is the dark place, never mind. This isn't anywhere, apparently. I didn't like that extra noise I heard, but it doesn't appear to be anything too bad. My heart just dropped because I know that this area is not safe. It does have a ghoul in it, but you just have to be... how should I say this? You have to be... brave, yeah. Yeah, that's good, brave. Bravery isn't really my forte.
It'll be alright.
The stress is high, guys. I might be a little silent because when I'm going through areas like this, it's hard for me to maintain composure. And you know, I have to be careful not to miss anything, but at the same time... Tazi, I'm glad you have voice lines when things are heavy, but you don't have to say it that something is heavy every time you lift it. And you can just grunt. Oh, gosh. I know I said I wouldn't pause, but I'm not going to count moments like these. I'm allowed 10 seconds to pause. I won't pause in the middle of danger, but... Okay, maybe. Just don't pause at all. You got this, fella. I paused because I want time to collect myself and think, but... As I said, I got this, man. I mean, look at these notes, right? This doesn't make any sense. Get a load of this. On a shelf in the dark. Brilliant, a shelf in the dark. There are so many shelves in the dark. I have to get every note in this area while evading the ghoul. So a little more, like, some more in-depth notes. You know, I can be a cheeky little man. I can be, no, I can't be cheeky little man. There's a memory cylinder here. I think you can't skip out on the memory cylinders if you want the achievement. You only need like 80 notes for the Archivist achievement. But with the memory cylinder achievement, you need all of them. And there's a memory cylinder in here. Oh. Just remember to stay strong. We didn't get this far because we stood around in a dark room waiting to be safe. We got this far because we had what it took. And we still have what it takes. The Song of the Crystal must be attuned where the fragments of harmony fall, and there is a key to a world, edge. The purity of vitae must be exact according to the of and by law, revoking the chain of memory may fracture the edge. Let edge harmony, seed, and vitae flow, and the gate is open. Seed must be warded or empty comes. Thank you. That was an informative note. Oh, I'm stressing, guys. Oh, let's do a no-death run. Let's make a no-death series. It'll be fun. The Rebirth is the last game I want to replay. I didn't mind the idea of replaying the Dark Descent or a Machine for Pigs, but the Rebirth, it's not really a, like... Rebirth doesn't necessarily have replayability like the other games excuse me. I mean, there's a speedrun achievement which gives it replayability, and it is fun trying to see the fastest time you can get. But still, replaying it just to get back to where you were after dying a multitude of times, I'll be driven crazy. Also, while I was talking, I was looking at my notebook, figuring out where to go next. I'm not pausing out of fear, although I am scared. Leon de Vries, mining expert. Papers. Is Vries really the right way to say it? Vries? British South African will need a visa, travel from Rand. Oh, this is Leon. He's the negative guy. Negative Nancy. Mine supervisor recommended by MacVitzin and West. Worked on 3 of the Evan remaining projects. But Forbe XMNW says she wouldn't invite him to dinner. She likes everyone, so tread carefully here. Wants to do some hunting while we're in Sudan. Can't see that as a problem as long as it doesn't get in the way.
Yeah, well, Leon. A real ray of sunshine, huh?
Wow, Hank didn't even have that much to say about him. You know, if Hank doesn't have much to say about you, you're a special cookie. Frictional games are a special cookie for making this absolute nightmare. Oh, dead body, we don't... If you're wondering why I went silent, pretty sure I just heard something move behind me. I think we're okay, fellas. Wiping the sweat off my brow a little bit here, but we should be alright. Question mark mouse harvest loosed. Question mark I'll have question mark hope and question mark fortified are the question mark essence. Let question mark mouse harvest wide in freedom, and reaping shall be question mark enriched. Without question mark hope there is no question mark fear. Who wrote these notes? Mouse harvest, loosed cattle have hope, and fortified are the essences. Let mouse harvest wide in freedom, and reaping shall be enriched. Without hope there is no fear. What's with the question marks? Now don't you do that. Don't you just stop having sound for a while. That's not welcome here. Ooh, the baby, yes.
We'll be safe.
Is there a ghoul here? I think I've just tricked myself into thinking there was a ghoul here, but I haven't seen hide nor hair of one. There is a word that appears to mean lines, paths, or waves. I believe it refers to the cravings. Cravings. That wall sure has cravings. Carvings on a wall behind the pillars. They must be aligned, and we must set the control device to match them. Could have figured it out myself, champ. A dead body. Whose dead body is that? Is that you, dear friend? I don't know why I'm so scared of a ghoul. I haven't seen a hole anywhere.
The accession of Tehana. Life leached out of the daughter of Atua with every breath. The Empress decreed she must live, that the line must continue. Tamaku and their order fought to keep the life in her as she drifted in the borders. And they surged. The blades to the parting of her spine. But her womb would not quicken, and the life ebbed, and the light in her eyes faded. So Tamaku stood before them, radiant with the light of the moons, and whole, the essence flowing through her. Yet her mother took up the orb from Atua's lifeless brow, and called Tamaku to her, and a fierce light was in her eyes. She took that day her new name, and that was the first day of the endless rule of resplendent Tehana, who is no mother, and yet is mother of us all.
I feel queasy now. I wish I had a webcam so you guys could have seen my face when they started talking about spine removal. I said there were no holes, but now that I look around, there are plenty of holes. I think our business is done here. But first I'll just make sure. Up to this point we should have, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 notes, right on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent, let's get out of here. Wasn't just me, right? There was a shuffle there. I feel like I'm going crazy. Stop this. Silence. I do say, quiet yourself. Ain't no way there was actually a ghoul here. I was correct. Did somebody just whisper run? I don't think you realize the situation that I provided myself. Think of something nice like a fresh breeze in a summer evening. Tell me, ghoul, do you have feelings? If you do, then let me live. Sniffing me out, are you? Crawling into a hole, are you? Crap, crap. Oh, donkey spittle. Just get through there, just get through there. Oh. Oh. Oh, that was good. That was good. Wow. Good job, Frictional Games there. Although the story in this game may be lacking in my opinion, you have not fallen short on the monster encounters. You are still great in that aspect. Perhaps there was once a real person called Tinhanan, a leader of her people. If so, she is likely buried in the Tuareg tomb far above us. There are other, much older stories that have been confirmed with hers. Legends of the Grey Lady, a goddess who walks the desert. Legends of a healer, legends of an empress. I think these are ancient memories of what truly happened in this place. I think it's possible that they're all also the same person. Oh, my heart. Yes, baby.
We need to get out of here soon. Hey, Mama's here.
Ooh. There should be another note around here by the right of the console. Oh, I think this is it. From the mechanism, it seems that the control device is supposed to turn the pillars. But the linkage is broken. We must turn them manually before the device will work properly. See that the winches are put in place. I will want to test several configurations. Have we already got this note here? I think we have, yeah? Yeah, we have. You know, I believe we should, by now, have the achievement for Archivist. Though I'm still gonna keep collecting notes, because why not? We should also have had the achievement for using a lot of matches. If we haven't, we're getting pretty close. Now all we have left to do is make sure we activate this device. That one is stuck in place. So we just need... Is that a giant orb? That's wicked cool. So we just need the middle one and the right one to be how they're supposed to be. If only I could figure out how it's supposed to be. Is it the same symbol as last time? Because I remember the symbol from last time. Sorry if I'm silent here, fellas. I'm just struggling a little bit here. Actually, I'm struggling a lot. I should figure it out in due time, though. Well, we know it has to start with that thing there, so I guess just try every combination that starts with that thing there until it works. Starting with this one. Not right, okay. Maybe this one. Okay. I'm sure I'm making this more difficult than it needs to be. I have a bad habit of doing that.
No.
This one, it's gotta be this one, right? Feeling good about it. Oh my goodness! I think it is! Now all we have to do is get it to look like that. At least I guess that's the case. Push the button again and watch the magic happen, I guess. Trial and error, man.
Guess that worked.
Yes, exactly.
Let's fix the portal. Hello. Hello, little one. It's good to know I'm not alone. You should have a name. Salim and I, we never talked about it. His mother was Amara. So you shall be Amari. That works for a boy or a girl. Hello, little Amari.
I love that name. That is a great name. Pays homage both to Salim and it's also kind of similar to Elisa's name. It's not really, but you know, they're both A names.
Not far now, we'll soon be home.
I'm proper wrong in the head, I am. Here I'm like, oh, they must be watching over the bed as they woke up and discovered their daughter's dead. Oh, that's horrible, what a travesty. Boom, next memory, she's alive. Not well, but she's alive. They were just crying over while watching her sleep because of, you know, what the future could bring for her. But here I am going to the worst possible situation. I don't like it. Why is it dark? Whoa, this gives me... Oh, I'm actually smiling right now. I'm so happy. Tell me this doesn't bring you, like, the Dark Descent vibes. Like, if the Dark Descent was made in the modern era, this is what it would look like, no? Oh, yes. Oh, that was bad. That was bad.
All I have to do is control myself. Stay out of the darkness. Guess how easy that's going to be.
And I need to stop jumping off high places. I jumped off of there over to here. What's wrong with me? What's wrong with Tazi? How was she able to make that distance? Anyways, but I already set it up in advance. I'm so cool. I'm awesome. I gotta get over myself, but I can't because there's too much of me to get over. Legend, man. Absolute legend. Let's get ourselves over to home, dude.
Nothing.
Well, that just ain't right. Oh, one of them isn't aligned. Oh my goodness, I'm so embarrassed. I can be a real... Oh. Oh dear me. It must be this one over here. Ha ha ha, wonderful. Now let's get on home.
Shit. No. Something's still wrong here.
Oh, it's missing a full Leyden jar.
It's empty, I think.
We'll need this. Of course it wasn't going to be easy. I'd already steeled myself for this. Now we can go down here. Into another great looking area. Oh, please stop doing that. Oh, free matches! Yes! Not going down there, that looks dangerous. First things first, inside of the tents. Oh my goodness, it's the parasol! No wonder Daniel thought it was embarrassing. This is a horrible looking parasol. Looks like we have autumn leaves or something here.
Under desert ruins and Roman bricks. What was this place of Paris? Some sort of outpost for that other world.
Seems more humans came here than originally thought. More importantly than that, the embarrassing parasol. It's so great to see what it looked like. This right here was imperative to Daniel's survival. Professor, I believe this is the only one part of a bigger construction. The archives make reference to this place as a gate, but it also talks of other gates, if I am reading correctly, and there is a symbol that I read as crops or harvest. Perhaps it is related to this seed. "17th of May in 1839. I was right, and it is a bitter pill. A mithrium, and in it an orb, and now my dolt of an assistant has shattered it. I have sent it and him to Brennenburg. Perhaps something may be salvaged. So what is left to me now? There is a gate here, I have it, but I have no orb, and I've discovered nothing of what Brennenburg called the Traveller's Locket. Yet it is clear this place is part of something greater. These holes are not the final resting place of their great queen. Whatever the legends may say, this is merely a spork on a wheel. What does the hub hold?" Fascinating. This was obviously left by Herbert, and the assistant he mentions must be Daniel, the dolt who broke the orb. A Door to Many Worlds by T. Herbert B.A. Hons, B.M.A. Hons, !FRS ? Forward, as I write this memoir, my great endeavour is on the verge of completion. That very threshold which has eluded the members of our fellowship down the ages lies before me. And I, first and Herbert, have the keys within my grasp to open it. What great beauties, what bounties, what bounteous paradises may lie beyond the gate. Surely it will lead to the Arctic deeps, to the megalithic structures in Brazil, to anywhere within our realm. Yet we may go further. The evidence has been before our eyes since the days of Adam. I use that example advisedly, for surely the story of Adam is the Hebrew retelling of our first arrival, thrust out of that Garden of Eden and into this harsh world. Beyond the gate lies the garden, the place of our making, and I'll be the first since Adam too. And it cuts off. Fascinating. So is this game trying to say that humanity once resided within Alexander's dimension? In fact, are they saying that humanity was created in Alexander's dimension? That is most fascinating if so. I'm not going to bother reading that. Khaled. A full and accurate copy of the symbols as in the room with the pillars is most important. Devote yourself to it. I wish it to be completed by the time I rise tomorrow. In particular, pay attention to the symbol I have labeled as Seed. I believe it is to be the crystal orb that I seek. A clue to its whereabouts will see you as well rewarded. Gotta love it when people smarter than me write notes. I can never read them. The baby's
Show your own right, little Amari.
The baby is starting to get really active, which is kind of worrying. Please remain dormant, little Amari. Who hides a note under a buck? Abdullah. Khalid will take on Daniel's duties. Daniel, the legend himself. You are to commence excavation. Sorry, I'm a little flustered. The homie Daniel was mentioned. Of the side tunnels immediately. Break down the Roman walls if you must. They are irrelevant. Anything older than Roman, investigate. If there are any more markings, such as are in the room with the cage, I wish to hear about them. Any records, carvings, or signs that resemble an amulet or bracelet, I wish to hear about them. Any round stone of the crystal, do not touch it on pain of death, but summon me at once. I am having a hard time reading these notes. I do feel as if I've missed something. Let me just check my notes real quick. Left tent on a table, right tent in a chest, on a table next to a bed, on a large table, left tent on a table under something I can't read. I should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 notes. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have a lot more than 5. A lot more, in quotations. I have 1 more than 5. Well, I suppose I can move on anyways. I don't know why I didn't mention one of these. Oh, because I'm in the wrong area. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. I do believe I have them all. Oh, it's doing it again. Look at it go. It's going crazy. Oh. Don't know what that was about. Ignoring it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. Alright, yeah, I've gotten them all. I thought there would be a note left by Daniel, but there's only mentions of Daniel. No notes left by Daniel himself. To say I'm upset by this is an understatement. To say my night is ruined would be very close to the truth.
This is Richard's. He was here.
I don't care.
No! Oh wait, I can still go there though.
I don't care. Following her is insane. I won't. I won't. Richard, come back! Richard!
Richard, you silly little man.
They left us. Richard and Alex. I don't remember why.
Well, clearly there was a matter of differing opinions within the group. I want to apologize. I didn't realize there was a ghoul eating in there. Never go down areas that look like that, by the way. A little word of advice. Oh, come on. So close to the real... I keep wanting to say the real world. I'll slap myself. Now, unfortunately, it's empty. Oh, dear me. I just realized where we're heading into. You guys are in for a nightmare. Actually, you have the least of the problems. I'm in for a nightmare.
Are you ready, little one?
I really wish I knew what issue it is she had, but you don't need to know what she had for it to be terrible. All that matters is she had some kind of debilitating issue that eventually, presumably, took her life. I do wish the death of Elise... I mean, I keep saying death, I don't know if she died, but it's highly probable she died. But I do wish the, like, whatever happened to Elise, I do wish it connected more to the situation we're in now. Like with, our Machine for Pigs. The death of Enoch and Edwin was very connected to the story. At least just like it is basically the reason they went here, so I guess it is very connected. So yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about. It's fine, it's perfectly connected. What if I don't want to use a lantern? What if I want to use a match? That almost sounds like the Doctor. Oh, it's just the sound those things make. Got it. I'm not a fan of how dark this area is. TAH. We cannot reach the device. Attempts to break the metal have failed, as it is of the same strange composition as the Leyden jars. A thorough analysis is impossible until we can get closer, but my theory is that the Leyden jars are containers for some form of energetic etheric fluid. and that the device in the room below is some means of gathering such fluid to fill those jars. What exactly it is drawn from is unclear. Surely not simply the surrounding atmosphere would require something with a great deal more vitality. I have sent the boy Rashid below with a paint pot and brush, and told him to mark any route he finds clearly. Interesting. Let's see here. That is heavy. It's actually quite hard to just throw off. Not that I was doubting its weight. It's just shocking that it was as heavy as it was. I wasn't expecting it to be quite that heavy. What the heck are these statues? I still don't understand. Wait a minute, doesn't that kind of look like the beginnings of a spiral? THA. I meant to say TAH. Khaled has excavated several more laden jars which are fully energized. While it is clear that they are required to power the portal device, without another orb I am unwilling to waste them on a test. However, I am now certain, the contents of these jars, this fluid-like energy, is the vitae of which Alexander spoke. Herbert did some strong digging all those 100 years ago. Gosh, to think 100 years have passed since the first Amnesia game. Wild stuff, man.
Under the sign of the Seven on the third rise at the second calling, I, Karangi, make this record. The harvesters have adapted to the refinements to the hunting ground. Over the last 10 rises, I mark a full yield of 17 cells, which is an improvement of 4 cells over the previous cycle. Mareiku suggests that the new Transfiguration batch may be a contributor. I advise a cycle with prior harvester stock to eliminate uncertainty. So recorded, in her name eternal.
Interesting. What are the harvesters exactly? And who was stacking cups over here? Were you that bored? I'm guessing we'll end up in that area at some point. It would be a lot easier if that door was just simply unblocked though. Oh, I'm stuck in the wall.
I don't like this at all, Amari. It's too dark down here. It's changing me, little one.
I have
I don't
done.
know what's happening to me. The darkness. I feel like I'm losing control.
You speak as if you're on the verge of transforming into something horrible. I've done a remarkable job of keeping you out of the darkness. And not getting caught. Sure, you got caught once, but you know, you haven't been deteriorating that much. You haven't blacked out once. Into the darkness we go. I'm not a fan of it. More holes. Most certainly not a fan of that. That wasn't even remotely cool, dude. Would you go away? You're annoying. What is that? Is that a scorpion? Spider? Oh, I see. You're about to find out why I'm the best shooter this world has ever seen. Oh, that's not good enough for you? I'll show you a good throw. From all the way over here, with my eyes closed. I have no proof for it, but my eyes are closed right now. Alright, that was my proof. Alley-oop. That fellow was speaking German, was he not? I swear that was German. You know, the whole point of that was to open you. If you don't... Okay, good. Oh my goodness.
Alex. Alex, darling. Oh God. Oh God, no. I'm so sorry.
Go. Follow her. Save Hank. I'm going after Richard. Best of luck, Tazi.
He seemed like a good fellow. The first dead body we find outside of Jonathan, and it's... You know, it's always the cool guys that go first. I bet Leon is not, we won't find Leon's corpse like this. Not that I, not that I would like a negative member of the group to be dismembered or anything, but... You know, I'm just saying, the best ones go first. As for how Homie died, I have no idea. Obviously there's a great deal of decay here, but alongside that, he's been dismembered and his flesh has been removed. And to be honest, it doesn't look like the work of decay, it looks like something else. I'm not sure what could have done this to the poor fellow, but... Yeesh. I'm assuming it was a ghoul, but that's because that's all we have to go off. Oh yes, a lock, I love it.
I feel a bit better in here, little Emily. Just you rest. Alex, darling. He and Richard were in love. I knew when I first saw them. Sitting beneath the trees in the hotel garden. With Richard complaining about the coffee. It was in every look they shared.
I do believe it's only the blue ones that translate, so I'll keep an eye out for those ones. Under the sign of Uranga on the second rise at the second calling, I, Karangi, make this record. We have identified a fault in the revised layout for the hunting ground gating system, where previously the harvesters had leeway to stalk the subjects for at least 100 ira. The current configuration lowers that to 30, as the subjects simply panic and stampede. This does not give time for an appropriate buildup of harvestable energy with their systems. I recommend restoring the previous configuration temporarily while we reevaluate. So recorded in her name, Eternal. I feel like a lot of this could have been avoided if they just got a different ruler. The rulers they had were dying for whatever reason. Oh, I see. This is a map of where you're supposed to go. So straight ahead to the left is the exit. No guarantee I'll be able to live through this, guys. I think this is where I'll actually have to reset for the first time in all of my videos. In fact, I'm going to go over quickly once again how that generally works. So basically, every time I die, I have to go to the... Well, obviously I have to go to the beginning of the game, and I have to record myself making all the progress back up to that point, and I'll only show the most interesting or funny or like if I have anything new to say, things like that. And it'll just be a compilation of me getting back up to this point. If the video has time for it, it'll be in the same video. If it doesn't, it'll be like a video of its own. And then the video after that will be me trying to beat that part again. And it'll just be that constantly until I beat whatever I'm struggling with. With that out of the way, let's go die. Just remember, it's directly ahead, but to the left by 2 spaces. I'll stop recording once I've either made it past the threat or, you know, once I die, and then the next video will just be a compilation of me making it back to this point. As much as I don't want to do it, because this game isn't really that good of a game to be replaying constantly. Just gonna quickly re-review my notes. The next the next memory cylinder is apparently on a table next to 2 pots. I see no such thing in this area, and I've looked pretty thoroughly already, so guessing this means I can move on. Righto, enough stalling, let's get this over with. Lots of bad, horrible, creepy sounds, but we'll simply just move past them. I don't believe there's a threat to be found yet. Keep your eyes peeled, though. I believe this is where we need to go. Which is why I'll go this way.
I hope this isn't giving you nightmares, little one.
I'm sorry, but...
We just need to be careful.
I'm sorry, but Amari has nothing to worry about. Amari can't comprehend being worried right now. The only one that's worried is us. Me and you, Tazi. And the viewer as well. You know, if this was not blocked, my life would be so much easier, question mark? I don't actually know. Just by a glance of that area, I can't tell. Wow, Amari, you're talkative.
Little Amari. Mama's here.
Tears are welling up in my eyes. We should be okay for now. I'll know when danger is happening, and I'll probably pause just for a moment to discuss strategy before moving on. You gotta do that, otherwise you'll die. But we should be okay for now. I already went the wrong way. Hush now, don't say a word. Mama's gonna buy you a mockingbird. Come at me, dude! Ooh, Mama! This ain't the way to live! This is abuse, you gross, weird guy. Back off and we can all be happy. You don't even have a stomach, bro. You are so ugly. Alright. Let's see here. I can't remember where I ran because I just ran in an emotional panic, but... This ghoul knows who we are. That's very interesting. Alright, we need to be smart about this. assess the situation, figure out where he is, move away from him, but if an enemy is guarding something, then that is where we must go, because that is usually where the exit is. So be sure to be within the relative same area as him, but do well to keep your distance. And try not to get seen, but this is less about hiding and more about running, if I remember correctly. Run good and we should be okay. First order of business. Keep the lights on.
It really...
Figure out where to go. I'm feeling as if this is a good direction. Who am I kidding? No direction is good in this place. I'm actually getting scared, guys. I don't know where to go and it keeps closing on me and it's freaking me out. This is terrible. This is just actually terrible. Where am I going? What a start, fellas. Oh, idiot, just jump. I don't know, man. I didn't leave you if that's what you're implying. I have my lantern up while facing a wall. I'm using this technique because it shouldn't tell him where I am, but it should also keep me safe from the insanity of darkness, giving me a second chance if I do happen to get caught. Not good. Even more not good. Face the wall, light. Her face, you say? Interesting. Good thing I don't care.
I won't let the fear take me.
I'm very sorry, Tozzy, but I'm letting the fear take me. And it's taken me whole. Easy, fella, we can talk this through. I don't know when to make my move. A little bit of sanity gaining over here. My heart's pounding, guys. Pounding. I think a large part of the fear is knowing that I have to replay this game. Good game. It is a good game, but not good enough to warrant a large amount of replays. Gotta be brave, remember that. Gotta be brave. I know that this is a bit slow, guys, but Gotta take my time if I want Tuzzy and Amari to get out of this situation. Merry Christmas! And a Happy New Year's! What am I even talking about? Oh, what's happened? Oh, the recording's messing up. Oh no, this is bad. This is bad. This is really, really bad.
Lost them all.
Oh dear me! Do you know? Woo! Blood, pow! Hoo-wee!
Nothing, girlie. No way out. I'll wait for you. I can wait. How much time do you have? Pass it.
My heart is all over the place right now. It's doing the Macarena. Goodness me. That was a proper nightmare. I could have done that so much better.
That thing was Leo.
I was? Oh, it used to belong to my father. He always said it brought him good luck. I think you've done pretty well for me so far, eh? You're, Anastasia, right? I'm Leon de Vries. I'm planning this dig for Mitchell.
Desi. And this is Salim, my husband.
Right. I see.
Oh yeah, some sanity regaining. Not the talisman.
You're safe. You're safe.
I don't know how I'm still alive with how dumb I've been playing. That applies for all of these games. I took my sweet time, but you guys could do that way faster, trust me. It's a really easy part of the game. It's just the fear of death makes everything difficult.
There is no word. Attempts to open the portal unleash uncontrolled bursts of energy, and the shadow wakes and gathers. Fractures dance on the edges of the soft places, breaking through from there to here. Something terrible has happened. I'm abandoned. Over time, the energy levels must fall, but how long will it take? What has happened on the other side? Why do they not answer me?
Very interesting. I'm mad shaky right now, so... I mean, I was going to end it here anyways, but now I have more reason to end it here. That was really fun though, I really enjoyed this episode. Let's see here. What to talk about? I don't think I really have that much to talk about. I guess as I was saying, you guys can do that way faster than me. It's a really easy part of the game, but I struggled with it a lot because I was really afraid of dying, but that in itself can get you killed. As you saw, the darkness takes you over very, very quickly. So you want to be on the move constantly. Leon, he doesn't pose much of a threat. Even at the end there, I think I made a decent amount of mistakes, and yet I was still able to evade him. I think that's all I have to say for this episode for now, though, so I suppose I'll proceed with the usual goodbyes and whatnot. Thank you all so much for watching. As always, it means a lot to me. Stay tuned for next time. Bye for now. You have absolutely got to be kidding me. I pressed the wrong button.